What's up, interweb? RhyQuinn here, and welcome to episode number 2 of RhyQuinn Rambles. Now, for those of you that are unaware of what this series is, this is just a series where I just sit down, hit record, and then just talk about whatever's on my mind, whenever I feel like talking about for a little bit. I'm pretty good at talking and rambling a lot, so so this is what this series is, me just going to be sitting down and just chatting about whatever's on my mind, whatever I feel like talking about for a little bit. So, a lot has happened since the last time I recorded this. Because I recorded it a fair bit in advance of the time it got uploaded the first time. I think I recorded it on the 28th of June, and now it's the 8th of July, so it's been like a week and a half-ish since I recorded the last one, and a lot has happened in that time. I was originally thinking about going to be talking about like drama. There was a lot of drama going on around on like Twitter and stuff like that. I'm not going to be talking about that because I feel like I'd just be too hypocritical to be talking about people who continue to talk about drama and make videos about drama, especially when they're not involved with said drama, if I'd be making a video about drama. That's just way too hypocritical, so I'm not going to be doing that. And then Michelle came to visit. My girlfriend Michelle, she came down to visit for a few days, which was great. So I want to talk about that a little bit, maybe. I might talk about that in a bit, who knows. Was going to talk about how my YouTube's coming on, because we're almost at 1,000 subs again. We hit it before, but then the YouTube purge thing happened, and I went back down under 1,000, so now we're almost back there again. That's cool. I'm going to be moving flat. That's something that happened. I went and picked up the keys just this morning. So that happened as well. Lots of stuff has been going on as of late, so I'm not really sure what I want to talk about first. But what I am going to do is I'm going to have a drink of Fanta. Beautiful. Here's the leftover from when Michelle visited. This was obviously alcoholic beverages were consumed, and this was a mixer that we used. So that's left over. Satney's drinking. Anyway, so what am I talking about first? Let's start with the big one, which is I'm going to be moving. I'm going to be moving flat. I'm going to be moving in on Monday, so you guys hopefully will be seeing this on Saturday, the 9th, hopefully. Things go to plan. So I'll be moving in 2 days after you see this video. So on the Monday, which is pretty exciting. I'm not necessarily fully moving it in on the Monday, though. I'm going to be moving the vast majority of my stuff over there. But I'm not going to move over my laptop and all my streaming stuff until the internet is installed in the new place, because I want to keep my streaming stuff here, because I've still got the place I'm in now until August the 29th, I want to say. I've got it for a while, so I'm going to leave my streaming stuff here until the internet is set up in the new place. So I can keep streaming here while living in the old place, because the new place is like a 20-minute walk away from here. So I can happily live in the other place, walk here to stream, and then use this as like an office that I can come to, and then I can just go back and living in the other flat. So you guys might still see like streams and videos in here for a little bit until the internet gets installed in the new place. But once it is, I'll be moving my streaming stuff over as well, and then that'll be that in the new place, which will be quite cool. But I'm really excited for it. I'm actually going to be living with a good friend of mine, Richie. You guys may know him from the EGX vlogs last year. I roomed with him last year. So you guys should have seen Richie, hopefully, in the EGX vlogs last year. I roomed with him. He's a really awesome guy, and I am so excited to be living with him. It's going to be really good fun. It was actually an idea of his. He was like, hey, why don't we just like live together? I was like, yeah, let's go. So he's going to be moving down here. He lives in Liverpool, which, for those of you, or near Liverpool, which, for those of you that are unaware of UK geography, it's like 2-3 hours away from me. Driving, that is. So, yeah, it's not like super far, but he's going to be moving down here with all of his stuff, so I've had to do all the legwork on this side, so I went and had to go do viewings and stuff like that and get all the paperwork sorted and email the agents all the stuff and all that jazz. That's been all my responsibility for the last little bit, which is why, that's part of the reason why I've been struggling to keep up like streams and stuff like that and being consistent with that stuff. Lots of things have been happening as of late with regard to streams, actually. I'll come on to that in a little bit. with regard to consistency of streams, but yeah, we managed to eventually, after like every possible complication under the sun, we actually managed to get the place sorted, and I went and picked up the keys this morning, which is cool. The place looks fine. I might have to do a bit of rearranging around in my room, because there's not a lot of room in my new room. There's a double bed, there's like this wardrobe, there's built-in cupboards and stuff like that, and I need to rearrange it to where I can potentially fit a desk in there, because I kind of want a desk. At some point, that'd be good. That'd be definitely something I want, is a desk. Because I don't really want to be streaming from my bed, you know. What I've got here is just like a coffee table, what I've got in this place. But I'm thinking in my new place I actually want a desk. Like an actual desk would be good. So I want some room for that, but I'm going to have to try and rejig stuff around, because at the minute there isn't room in there for a desk. So I'm going to have to try and figure out if I can get the space for a desk in there. But the place itself is really cool. It's just a two bed little flat that me and Rich are going to be living in. It's just your book standard stuff. There's 2 rooms, 2 bedrooms. There's the lounge, kitchen, bathroom. Does the job, you know. Does what it does, and it's going to be saving me a bit of money, which is going to be great. I'm going to be saving like £100 a month on rent, so just on rent alone. So that's awesome. Just going to be able to not pay as much is fantastic. So then I can, you know, I can save up for other things. I can save up to go and visit Michelle. I can save up just for savings, you know. I can save up to eventually buy myself a computer. I could buy a desk. I could buy various things, you know. So yeah, that's the flat. I'm really excited to be moving into that. Richie's going to be moving in. From when you see this, which will be uploaded on Saturday, he'll be moving in tomorrow, so on the Sunday, and then I'll be moving in on the Monday. Well, most of my stuff anyway, as I said, on the Monday. So that should be really cool. I'm super pumped for this place. It's going to be really, really good. I'm excited to live with Richie. It should hopefully be awesome. So yeah, flat move, that's the thing that happened, or is going to be happening. What else has been happening? Michelle came to visit. That was awesome. That was great. I love seeing Michelle, and I love her as a whole. So it was great to see her again. Came down, had a lot of fun, and I got a beanie. While she was here, she made me get another beanie. So, you know, new one instead of just the other blue one that I have. I pointed out like you can see it. You can't see it. It's over there on the floor. But you can't see that. But I now have a new beanie, so now I have a grand total of 2 beanies. Beautiful, right? I'm slowly building up my collection. But yeah, it was really cool. We went for a walk in the park when she was here. There's a park right next to the place I'm living right now, and it's really nice actually. I've been there only like a couple times. I went there with her, walked around the park a bit, and there was a really cool pond. There was a load of ducks and pigeons were kind of mingling together near this pond, and then we were just there admiring, you know, the ducks doing their thing. There were a few like kids and stuff around throwing bread and stuff to feed the ducks and all that jazz. And then Michelle was taking some videos for a Snapchat and whatever. And then at one point she saw this tiny little chick, this tiny little duck. And then she just started squealing and didn't really say English. She just goes, oh, I was like, what the hell is that? And then she just pointed, and I was like, oh my god, that's like the cutest thing ever. But it was really good fun. There was also there was a dog that was really sneaky as well, because the owners were sitting down on benches a little bit away from the pond, and I guess the owner must have let go of the leash that they had it on, and the dog really slyly, which was just like gradually creeping away, so you couldn't hear that the leash was dragging across the floor. So he was going like really slow, and then once he got far enough away from the bench, he just started chasing after like the pigeons and the ducks that were running around the pond and stuff. It was amazing. All the pigeons got spooked. It was so funny. The dog was being super sneaky. It went around like the back of a bench just to try and get a head start so it could try and catch up on these things. It was so funny to watch. But I didn't catch any of them, but you know, it was funny while it lasted. So that was really nice to have her here. We didn't really do that much because we were both kind of ill when she was here. So most of our time was spent in bed and just cuddling and watching Avatar: The Last Airbender. Because that's what you do when you're ill. Just resting up and watching Avatar, you know. Because the plan, what we want to do is... I haven't seen Legend of Korra yet. So what I want to do is I want to... watch the entire Last Airbender again, and then watch Korra, obviously with her, And then after Korra, I think we want to watch Game of Thrones from the start, because I haven't seen any Game of Thrones either, and she is massively into Game of Thrones. I haven't seen any of it yet, so I think we want to watch that from the start together again, in time for, hopefully, when the new season comes out. I think it's season 7, right, that's going to come out, the next season that comes out. So hopefully we're going to watch the entire Game of Thrones by the time the new season comes out, which I think is in a long time yet, right, I want to say. So, yeah, that's the vague plan in terms of watching stuff. So anytime she's here, we keep grinding away and watching episodes of whatever we want to watch. And as of right now, it's The Last Airbender. We've got to just after season 3 just started, the Fire book 3. We got to like episode 5, I want to say. I think the last one we watched was Sokka's Master, when he does the sword stuff with the dude man. That's like a perfect episode synopsis right there, isn't it? The episode is called Sokka's Master, when Sokka does the sword stuff, does stuff with the sword man. There you go. Episode done. Don't need to watch it anymore. I told you everything that happens. But yeah, so we'll be grinding away episodes whenever I see her. Next time I'm going to see her, I think, is going to be the end of July, when I'm actually going to go visit her, which would be a cool thing. So I'm going to go meet her parents. I am going to go and stay at her place, which should be equally fun and terrifying at the same time. But I do really want to go up and see her. I want to go to her work and see, because she works in a restaurant, for those of you that don't know. She works as an assistant, or she's training to be an assistant manager in a restaurant. So, I do want to go and see what it's like in there. She said I can go and get free food. I was like, yes. Free food? I'm there. So, that should be cool. I'm hoping I can go visit her at the end of July. That should be good fun. But yeah, that should be good. And then the time after that, I'll see, will probably be my birthday. Yay! It's my birthday in like a month and a bit. Month and a half or so. I don't know. I say I don't know. I do know. It's in a month and 11 days. From the time I'm recording this anyway. But yeah, so it was really cool to have her here. I hope I can see her again soon. That'd be very nice. What else has happened? Twitch streams! Not really streaming, as of late. And, whatever I have streamed has just been, like, creative and stuff. Didn't want to talk about that. There's been so many things stopping me from streaming, really. So it links into the first ramble that I hit, which was about burnout. Have been burning out as of late, that's just a kind of a fact. So taking some time away from streams was always nice, I think. And whenever I did stream, it was just creative, which is just very relaxed, and I'm not really focusing on the streaming so much as I am making my graphics for commissions, right? So that's always been good to stream. Just kind of a relaxed thing to do. Then I was also ill, which didn't help with anything. It's very hard to try and get yourself motivated when you get up and you feel like death and you're just like, I can't be bothered to even like make myself not look like absolute crap in order to stream, let alone actually sit there and talk to people, because especially when I get ill, I get irritated really easily. So if someone said something that was like slightly wrong in the chat, or someone says something that like, you know, they just tick me off a little bit, I'd just be snapping at them, and that's not what I want to be doing. That's not who I am, really. So it's just, being ill was just no bueno for streaming and stuff like that. And then Michelle was here, and we were both ill for that, and that kind of infringed on stuff, partly because we were ill, and partly because I just want to spend time with her. We did actually stream once when she was here, which was Showdown, which I did for a couple of hours, but I jumped out after about 2 hours because I wasn't feeling it at all. I just was not feeling the stream in the slightest. She really was loving it though, so she carried on by herself, but I went and made dinner. I went and made her some fajitas while they're doing that, and it was partially because I did actually have dinner to make. But it was also partially because I don't know, I just wasn't feeling it. I was tired out. We streamed for like 2 hours and I was like, I'm dead. Like I can't be dealing with this anymore. So, which is a bit sucky. Combination of multiple things for that, really. But yeah, that's a little bit sucky. And then, of course, it's just been time as well. Like I said, I've been having so many complications with my flat move. Trying to get application forms done just took, like, forever. And I've needed to be able to be available to email the estate agents back and forth, and been able to, you know, speak to Richie. I was kind of the middleman between Richie and the agents as well. So not only was I speaking to the agents for me, I was also speaking to the agents on Richie's behalf as well. So I was kind of going back and forth for everything, and I needed to be available to relay information back and forth as soon as possible. Like, I couldn't just wait until the end of the stream to do it, because by the time I'd finished streaming, like, the place would be closed or whatever. So there's been loads of complications around that stuff. So it's like, it just, so many things going on to stop me streaming right now. But I'm hoping once I move into the new place and I get settled, then things will be back to normal, you know, things will pick up again. It's been kind of sucky as of late to not be able to do what I want to do properly, but I'm hoping after this move I'll get back to where I want to be and to what I want to be doing, which is hopefully 1 if not 2 streams a day, and doing my YouTube stuff a bit more as well, which I'll come on to in a second here. But Fanta first. So, in terms of YouTube stuff, I've actually got quite a few ideas for my YouTube now, because RhyQuinn and RhyQuinn's Poke Facts are going to happen eventually. They just take a long time to happen, because it takes kind of forever to do them. So I wanted stuff in the meantime that wasn't just shiny highlights, because shiny highlights, I don't just want to be the only thing on the channel. I don't want just one thing on the channel, regardless of what it is. I don't just want the RhyQuinn, I don't just want RhyQuinn's Poke Facts, I don't just want shiny highlights, I just want a variety of stuff to make my channel a bit more diverse, you know? So, I want the shiny highlights, I want the RhyQuinn's Poke Facts eventually. But in the meantime, I've got a few other things that I've started up in the meantime. So we've got stream battles, which are pretty cool, because I started doing Wi-Fi battling streams on my Twitch, and I'll take good battles from there, and I'll post-commentate them and stick them up on my channel. Obviously, I've only done one battling stream, but it was really, really good. Like, the caliber of battles was really high. They were very competitive. They were all really, really good battles, so I was happy with that, and I took 2 of those and post-commentated them and stuck them up on the channel, because they were awesome. So, that's something that can just kind of go on the channel as well. I feel like it's a good way to promote my Twitch and YouTube stuff at the same time. Gives me content, you guys get to see great battles, allows me to keep my hand in battling, because I still want to keep up my competitive side of Pokemon as well. I don't just want to be, you know, just shiny hunter. I want to also play competitive as well still, and I feel like that's a good way to keep up my competitive side of things. It just works. It just works on all fronts, really, as for everything I want to do with it. So that's good, and also obviously Rambles, that's a thing that's happening now. The series you're watching right now, that's a thing that happens, and that's good fun. I enjoy this quite a lot, actually, just sitting here and talking to you guys through this, just me just talking about whatever's going on, you know. I quite like it, and I mentioned in the last one that people have said to me quite a lot that have come by my streams, and like for the first time they'll come to my stream and they'll say, "Hey dude, you have a really good voice for a podcast, you know that?" And I'm like, "Oh, well, thanks." So I've kind of wanted to try something like this to see if you guys are interested in that kind of stuff, you know, just to have me just chat about whatever, you know, if I can actually hold my own in like a podcasty type thing. So it is something I wanted to try, and I guess this is kind of a way to test out a little bit. I realize I say and a lot, and it really annoys me, but it's really hard to not say it, and I try my best not to, but I really have to think about every word that I say in order to not say it. So it's kind of hard. I say and so a lot, and I say so a lot. And so. Oh, the 3 big ones that I always say that I want to cut out. I say cut out, not as in cut out editing, cut out in me stopping saying them. But it's kind of hard, because it's a natural thing to not have silence in the video. It's very much a common thing to try and want to keep the voice going, so you just have like a filler word while you think about the next thing you want to say, instead of instead of taking that time where it's silent, see, it just happened just there, where I wanted to think about the next sentence I wanted to say. And some people can do that really naturally. They'll just, everything just rolls off the tongue and they're very good and they don't have to think about anything. They can just roll stuff off, blah, 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 done. You know, they don't have to think about ums and ers and so's while they think about the next thing they want to say. But it's quite tough because I just tried it just then. I was this close to saying right then. It's really hard, but I'm going to try my best to try and cut that out. I just said it. Damn it! It's so annoying. But that's RhyQuinn's Rambles as well. That's going up on the channel. And then there's also, in a second after Fanta, there's also, I just said again. Vlogs! Parkour vlogs. They came back, and that's cool. I was very excited for this one. I had a load of fun. I just said again. I had a load of fun recording the vlog, as well as editing and uploading it for this one that just came out. And it was a much shorter vlog. It's only like 2.5 minutes. But I feel like the style of it, the editing of it, stuff like that is something I want to pursue a little bit more. Having little funny edits and skits and stuff like that, as well as just pure vlogging, me talking to a camera, as well as parkour, action and stuff. I kind of want a mix of everything in these vlogs, and I feel like I got the balance right in that one. I feel like that was a good example of the style I want to progress going through it. I just wish I had better render settings, because it doesn't look very good. The quality does not look very good on the video, and I'm not 100% sure why. My render settings are fine, they're very good, and I'm not 100% sure why it's not coming out the way it should, because it's a very good camera. You guys can see it in the background, just over there. You guys can see this camera. It's a very good camera. It records in HD, like really, really good HD, but when it renders, it just loses all kind of quality, and I'm not sure why. Like, my render settings are fine, they're very good, they produce HD videos, they're good quality, but whenever it comes to footage from this, it just loses everything. If it's stuff from my webcam, it's okay, but when it's from this, it just loses the quality, and like, the darkness goes all weird, like, the lighting looks bad, it's like, what is going on? I'm not sure. I'll have to explore something about that just to try and improve the quality of it, but I did like the vlog I put out. Like I said, I feel like it's a good example of something I want to pursue and take further with that. And I hope you guys enjoyed that. You guys seem to like it. So if you haven't watched it, please do go watch it and tell me what you think of it, and tell me what you think of that style of vlog or something like that. It's something you want to watch, because it's not just straight parkour. It's not just funny skits. It's not just me talking to a camera. It's a mix of all of them, and I feel like that's a cool thing to have, you know. I have some funny edits in there, have some skits, have some parkour, have some action, have some me talking to the camera, have a big mix of everything, and just if you guys enjoy it, I feel like that's something I can do. I feel like I'm fairly decent at that kind of stuff, at that kind of editing, and it's something I want to get better at. And how do you get better at something? You practice it. So that's cool. That's something that will hopefully be coming to the channel a bit more as well, and that's just to try and keep me ticking over until I can get RhyQuiz and RhyQuinn's Quirky Facts going, because they take a long time, as I've said countless times now. They take a long time to do. So I'll have to see what I can do for those kind of videos, but hey-ho. There was a couple other things I wanted to mention, but now I can't remember what. I can remember one of them, but I can't remember the second one. I feel like the second one was the one I wanted to say first. Damn. I'm saying, I'll just go to the other one. I'll come back to the other one later, if I can even remember. Another thing that's happened recently is I've joined a little league. It's not a big deal. It's not the PPL, you know, it's not the GBA. It's nothing on that kind of scale. I'm not going to be doing uploads for it. I'm not even going to be streaming it. I'm probably just going to be tweeting out, honestly. I think what I want to do is I want to tweet out a team builder, and then like an hour later, I'll tweet out the result of the match or something like that. I don't know. I'll tweet out like the replay from Showdown, so you guys can go watch it. That's probably all it's going to be, because I don't want to get into something that takes me a long time and is going to cut into time for other stuff. So this is just a very casual thing I'm doing on the side, just to, again, keep my hand in the competitive scene, and keep my hand in League format, because League format is very different to normal competitive. You need to keep your hand in both, really. So that's why I've got my stream battles, and I've got this league. The league is called the OBL, and honestly, I have no idea what that stands for. Absolutely no idea. Eric Ashton Akai just messaged me the other day, and he was like, hey, you know you said the other day how you'd love to be part of a really casual league with no uploads and it's showdown based, so you don't have to gen mons and you can just do your own thing, it's really casual. I was like, yeah. He was like, did you mean that? Sure. Do you want to join this league? There's a space. I was like, okay, sure. And he goes, oh, by the way, it's the UCL drafting system and it's your pick right now in OU. I was like, oh. Well, give me a second. So I got added to, you know, the Skype chat and all that stuff, and I did my draft. I'm pretty happy with my draft. Let's see if I can remember off the top of my head. I got Megalatios, Heatran, Azumarill, Donphan, Azelf, Conkelda, Braviary, Meloetta, Drapion, Go-Go, Rotom Frost, and Gigalith. At the end, I got a little bit memey. Got a little bit memey at the end, but the other picks are fairly serious. I've always wanted to use Go-Go, and I got sniped out of Tangrowth, so I picked Go-Go. And then I want Rotom Frost, because I want to see if it's actually as bad as everyone says it is. And I kind of want to prove people that, hey, this Rotom can do work. Because, you know, it's stab Bolt Beam coverage. It's stab Electric, stab Ice, which is cool, man. Like, that Bolt Beam is, like, renowned as one of the best coverage options to have. Coverage combinations to have. Ice and Electric is really good to have. And having that stab on a mon with base 105 special attack, or whatever it is. 107? 105? Something like that, is good. I know it sucks because it has Blizzard and not Ice Beam, but, you know, if I'm lucky and bad, it'll be fine, right? So I got that, and I wanted Aggron, but because it was like UCL drafting system, someone drafted Mega Aggron up in UU, which means I can't get regular Aggron, which kind of sucks. So I couldn't have Aggron, so I just went with Gigalith for reasons. And I wanted Tangrowth, but instead I got Braviary instead, because I wanted Scyther from NU. So when I got sniped in Tangrowth, I instead got Braviary from RU, and then got the other stuff, Go-Go in NU instead. So that should be good fun. But if you guys want to see, like, the matches and stuff, the replays from that league, then make sure to follow me on Twitter, because I'll be tweeting out my team builders, and then I'll be tweeting out the replays of matches if you want to watch them, from that little casual league, I guess. But like I said, it's nothing too major. It's just for me to keep my hand in the competitive scene. So I'm not expecting to do too well in the league, honestly. I'm not expecting to 6-0 everyone every week and all that jazz. I'm just expecting to just keep my hand in, just use some mons I haven't used before and have fun with it. I think the only mons I've used in this draft before in league format are Drapion. Briefly, I had in the PAL before that kind of died. And Azelf. Azelf I had in the PPL, which I absolutely adored using. Azelf was beautiful in the PPL, so Azelf and Drapion are the only two I've used before, and the rest I'm getting my first taste of what they're like in League format, so hopefully they can do well. That'll be cool. So, I think that's going to be it for today, guys, because this has been going for nearly 30 minutes. I should probably shut up around about now. I don't want these to be 30 minutes in the future. I want to try and keep them around 20. That's what I'm hoping for, but hey, I ramble. You know how I do. So, that's going to be it today, guys. There's quite a lot of things going on, but hopefully I'll be talking about more like topics and stuff in the future instead of just what's happening, but as there's been a lot of things happening as of late, I felt like I should just tell you guys what's been going on. So I hope you enjoyed this RhyQuinn's Rambles episode number 2. I'll be back next week. I'm hoping to upload these every single Saturday. That's the plan anyway. So I'll be back next Saturday with RhyQuinn Rambles number 3, when I'll most likely be in my new flat. Maybe? If the internet's installed, I'll be over there. If not, I'll be here. Who knows? But you guys will see once you see that. So, thank you very much for watching RhyQuinn's Rambles episode, RhyQuinn's Rambles, or RhyQuinn Rambles, RhyQuinn Rambles, episode number 2. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a like, leave a comment of anything you think I should discuss. If you think I I missed anything, or you think I'm an idiot for talking about this stuff. I don't know. Leave some stuff if you think you want me to discuss a certain topic. I'm not going to be doing, like, serious stuff. I'm not going to be doing, like, gun laws in America or political stuff. That's not what this series is for. But it's just going to be me talking about something. So if you think there's something you want me to discuss, a mon's viability in League format, or something, I don't know, an underrated Pokemon in OU, I don't know, anything. Just leave a comment with something you want me to discuss, if you have a suggestion. If you don't, then that's cool. Leave a comment telling me I'm an idiot. I don't know what that was. Thank you very much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, and tune in next week for more rambly goodness. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. Toodaloo.